Hey guys, Joe from Extreme Terrain, and today we're going to be working with the Camber Fabrications by MBRP skid plate, fitting all 16 and newer Tacomas. Now something like this is going to be perfect for the beginning off-roader. Someone who's looking to beef up their factory skid plate and help protect their Tacoma from any off-road obstacles. Simply put, this is a must-have beginner mod if you're doing any off-roading. We're going to take the factory one off in just a second here and put the two side by side and show you just how much that factory one leaves to be desired. Not this one though. It's made out of 12 gauge steel, which is about 1/8 of an inch thick, and definitely does a way better job at protecting the front end of your Tacoma than the factory one would. It features a black powder coating, which is not just there for looks. Albeit if you're low down, you can see this a little bit from the front of your Tacoma, so it does help. But the main reason there is to help protect that steel from any corrosion. Now this is going to be a direct factory replacement. So this is going to provide the same amount of coverage with a beefier skid plate that doesn't impede clearance at all. Now this is a good upgrade for the factory one, but it definitely doesn't provide as much coverage as more serious options would. Definitely not for the more seasoned off-roader, but the price does reflect that. At around 165 bucks, this is a budget-friendly option. If you're just getting into off-roading or you take your truck off-roading occasionally, this is still a great mod for you. Install for this is going to be extremely easy, definitely something you could crawl under your Tacoma and do with a ratchet. It's only held on by 4 bolts, and for that, it gets a 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. Should take you at most half an hour to get this installed on your Tacoma. So without any further ado, let me show you what tools you'll need and how it's done. Tools required for this install are going to be an impact or ratchet, small extension, 13 and 12 millimeter sockets. Like I said earlier, the install isn't going to get any easier than something like this, but this mod is basically a must if you plan on doing any off-roading in your Tacoma. All we're going to be doing is dropping out the 4 12 millimeter bolts that hold on our factory skid plate, putting our new one in place. It comes with some new hardware. It's 13 millimeters. We're going to bolt that down and we'll be good to go. So we're going to start our install here at the front of our skid plate. Reason being is that front edge has some hooks that'll hold this still while we undo the back. So that just makes it a little bit easier. We're going to peel back this air dam just a little bit to allow us access to that bolt. Again, it's a 12 millimeter. It'll come right out and it'll rest on those hooks. Now, if you're about to do what I'm going to do and use an impact gun, this skid plate is very, very loud. So be prepared for that if you're about to do this. We're going to move on and do the same thing for the back 2 bolts. Now this one is the last one holding it on, so you want to make sure you catch this trailing edge. Then we're going to work it off of the hooks at the front. Now, if we take a closer look at this skid plate here, you'll see the only notch for the hook is going to be on the right-hand passenger side. The hook we're going to be aiming for is this guy right here. Once we get that started, we'll then hold the back up and get the bolt in. So now our skid plate is secure. I'm going to get the other bolts in by hand. Then we're going to come in with the 13 and tighten them all down. Now, as I tighten that down, you saw it lifted off that hook right there. Now we're just going to cross this up like a tire and hit the other side. And that's going to do it for my review and install of the Camber Fabrications by MBRP skid plate, fitting all 16 and newer Tacomas. Thank you for watching. I'm Joe. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like this and all things Tacoma.